This is two. Okay, bear with me. Okay, bear with me. Put it back. Okay. So, welcome. We're going to be building a funnel right now. I'm just finishing the ad. Let me get some music. Radiated. Yeah, challenge built. Okay. Gonna get a different sticker. Interaction. Oh boy, where do they have stickers? What's up? What's up? Ah, there it is. Stickers. No, I don't want the AI stuff. Turn off. That looks freaky. Okay, hold on. Alright, stickers. What's a good sticker? What's a good sticker? What are some good stickers? I like this one. Paste. Okay. Under review. For what? Oh. It's like I'm not doing anything. Everything's gotta get me reviewed. It's like, anyways. Okay. Welcome to today's build. I am going to be building an entire funnel out in probably 90 minutes. It shouldn't take longer than that, I hope. At least I hope. That's going to be my basic challenge right now. Right now, I'm just getting music. Okay. Good to see everyone. I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but here I am. Okay. Here we are. Let's see if it shows it to my audience. I doubt it for whatever reason. But it's always good to build in public. Basically, if you guys are going to watch, you're going to watch me build an entire funnel for lead gen to get my leads on autopilot for my business so I don't have to do content, don't have to do live streams. And if you're struggling to get leads and content, this is the best place to go. Love that Jesus is fired. David's on. Good to see you, David. Hope you're having a blessed Sunday. David, sending you lots of blessings, and I'm truly grateful, honestly, David, that you're in the community. Truly. Absolutely, truly. I just want to say thank you so much for just being so helpful to the members in the community. It means a lot to me. I'm just truly grateful, honestly. I want your business to be truly successful. honestly, I'm here to help. Okay, so what I'm going to be building is basically a lead acquisition funnel. I need to be running a weekly challenge because I don't want to create content. I am going to create content, but let's be honest. I need a more when you're ready to scale your business, you're gonna have to run ads. Like content will only get you so far, and I've kind of tapped out the content. And so right now, over the next hour, I'm going to be pretty much using AI tools to build me a funnel for a 3-day AI challenge to get more leads and sales on autopilot. So what you guys are going to watch is a behind the scenes of me actually building this funnel from scratch. So what I did was I already edited using Gling. Gling is the best for AI video editing. If you're editing videos manually for content, that sucks. You need to join the AI community so we can teach you how to edit videos using AI. Okay, that's good. Now, what I really want to do is just double check the raw video. Let's listen to it.
Are you confused by all the AI hype? I was too, until I found a way to turn it into leads, content, and sales. And I'll show you exactly how in just 3 days. I'm running a free 3-day AI.
Wait, do it again.
Are you confused by all the AI hype? I was too, until I found a way to turn it into leads, content, and sales. And I'll show you exactly how in just 3 days. I'm running a free 3-day AI for Business challenge where I walk you through the exact tools and system I use to grow faster without the overwhelm, tech headaches, and burnout. You'll learn how to create content that turns into sales, automate your lead gen, and build offers that actually convert. I'll show you the best AI tools and templates so you could get the same results. We go live this Wednesday, and it's designed for entrepreneurs already making $5,000 per month looking to scale. Click the link below and save your spot, and I'll show you exactly how to take advantage of AI.
Nice. Trust, David. I want your business to be successful so that you can take care of your family. It's the same mission and goal as me. I just want to build an online business so I can take care of my family. So, any secrets, resources? Oh, we have 2 Davids in the house. Good to see both of you. Good to see both my Davids in my community on the live stream. Trust, I want to give you guys all the tools, resources, mentorship, secrets, tips, anything to help you get your businesses off the ground. Basically tonight, I know Double D's are in the house. Two heavy hitters. Sure, let's upgrade CapCut right now. Just for a lot of people watching right now, basically going to be building a lead acquisition funnel, a 3-day challenge, free challenge to bring in leads to my business to then sell memberships to the AI community. So I'm going to be doing that through paid ads, and then also through a funnel with an upsell, an order bump. So you're going to watch me build the entire thing from scratch right now. I already recorded the ad, pretty much. That was my main thing, is just record the ad. Because this is a stage where I don't want to rely on content. I don't want to rely on live streams for lead gen. It will get you only so far, and it will kind of also burn out your time as well too. Sharon is in the house. All my members, all my members. I've got Sharon. I got everyone. If you go to the AI community, for right now, I'm gonna invite all of you to a live stream on Zoom where we could all hang out and talk if you guys want. I'm gonna post it in the community. So if you're in the community, Sharon, you know about what's about to happen right now. It's the late night live stream work hour where we can all hang out and talk while I work. And so I'm gonna go to the AI community. Yeah, trust. You're not alone, David. I'm burnt out too. I am so burnt out, but at the same time, that's why I'm spending Sunday night building this funnel so that I don't have to be burnt out. I could basically have this funnel. So I'm going to be, I'm posting this in the community right now. So Sharon's on YouTube right now. We've got both Davids. If you guys want to hang out on Zoom, I know Sharon's like, yo, I've been waiting for this late night stream. So It's just a hangout. It's a late night work hour. We're all working on our business. This is what we're gonna do here. Okay. Late night work session. Um, Join me and the community on a late night work session while we build our businesses. That's pretty much it. That's it. Just join Zoom. Click here to join. Okay, and then click here to join the Zoom. Okay. Because I would put you guys on Zoom. I'm not going to put you guys on any of the social platforms. That's just for some people. Sunday. By the way, happy Memorial Day. Soon tomorrow, Sunday. I will have more of these. It's just once I get a little more signups, I can add more resources. That's the only reason why. It's like May 25th from 8 p.m. to 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's say 11 p.m. PDT. I'll delete this right after. Don't worry. Okay. If you guys want to hop on Zoom and just hang out so that we could all free flow. Oksana, good to see you too. I'm publishing a late night Zoom session. We're all going to be working on our businesses. There's no format. It's just a Zoom hangout for my community members. I'm on Zoom right now. It's just me, but Sharon knows what's up. Sharon's on TikTok, on YouTube. We've got both Davids. I just want to. Okay, so click here to join. And then let's pizza. Okay, hackathon. Is that a thing? Hackathon group hangout. Okay, a group. I'm thinking too much of it. Meet up. Meeting. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this one. Sharon knows what's up. Give me a minute, 1 moment, and I'm going to add the meme. Okay, so Oksana, both Davids on TikTok and Sharon on YouTube. I'm live streaming for the next 3 hours. I need to get work done for my business. I'm going to be building this funnel. It is now posted in the community. So all you have to do is click that link, and you will get access to a private Zoom for a late night work session. It's posted for the community. We'll see if anyone else comes and hangs on. There's no format. There's no structure. She's like, now? I'm going to be working for the next 3 hours building out my funnel anyways. It's informal. It's not, we're just all, Sharon knows what's up. Me, Sharon, and Tom and Dennis used to hang out late at night and actually build on our businesses. We actually got a lot of work done. It's a private Zoom. It's just me right now. So only to my community members if you want to hang out on a Zoom while we all work on building our businesses, because right now I'm working on building my business. We're basically let's see, don't update, stop. I'm gonna be building a funnel right now. Let's see. It's not a structure. It's not a thing in the calendar. It's just whenever I feel like it. It's honestly, Sharon knows what's up. Sharon's in the chat. Sharon knows what's up. Hey Sharon, how are you?
Hey Jonathan, I'm very good. How are you?
Doing great for our late night sessions. I miss these late night work sessions.
Oh, they're golden. I get so much done.
Not structured, but I need to bring these back eventually, so that we could just all hang out, because I know you're building and working. I know I'm building and working. Soon Tom will show up. Tom only shows up for late night streams, so because I know he's working all throughout the day. Nice. What are you working on, Sharon?
I actually have some reports to do. So, a client report, on their performance. So I'll be doing that first, and then I will continue where we left off yesterday, in terms of looking at that funnel you were introducing us to.
Nice. Trying to remember. I think it's probably the funnel I'm building right now, right?
Right.
Nice. Um, yeah, because my main thing right now is content. I know. Also, David is also on the same thing. Content burnout. Ugh, especially short form content is such a burnout. Like, ugh, to put all that time and effort to create content. I was doing 10. I went up to 10 posts a day, and I was like, what am I doing this for? It's not getting more leads. It didn't correlate, which was interesting. So that's why I'm building this funnel. I got the ad so that I can basically, yeah, this is going to be my funnel where basically paid ads to a free 3-day challenge, upsell a one-on-one or upsell Q&A during the 3-day challenge, and then the 3-day challenge will sell the community. That's basically my goal, and that will happen every single week, roughly.
Are you confused by all the AI hype? I was
How's there? How about you?
Great. That sounds like wow. Definitely will
just
free
3
you up
days.
as well,
I'm
won't
running a
it?
free 3-day
Not
AI
having
for
to be
Business
on that
challenge
content
where I walk you
treadmill.
through the exact
It's
tools
a
and
lot.
system I use
Yeah.
to grow faster without the overwhelm, tech headaches, and burnout. You'll learn how to create content
Let's
that
see.
turns into sales, automate.
Yeah, that content burnout will, especially short form, really burns you out faster. Long form, if you go YouTube wise, way more strategic, way more like ROI as far as like you eventually like monetize YouTube. Um, it's this short form nonsense that's like shiny object of the week that's not really helping you get more lead. It doesn't correlate for what I find. I guess I'll watch what I'm doing too. But I'm glad you're working. Are you still in Bahamas, if I'm not mistaken?
At the moment, I'm in Montego Bay, but I will be heading back to the UK. I think it's next week, Tuesday. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. With your sister too, which is awesome.
You exactly how.
Yes. You need to be doing some of your visits to the UK, that
Are you
side of
confused
the
by
world
all?
as well. I saw your post.
Yes, I do need to. That one of the members, like he's there. Phoenix keeps calling me. Phoenix, Arizona, Texas, Dallas, Texas keeps calling me. There are members in both those communities that I need to start traveling to go and start promoting. One, go on a speaking tour. Two, start getting more local memberships, and also three, starting to get you guys into local chapters, which is the next thing where you can start advocating in a local in-person chapter to start cultivating that thing. So yeah, I need to travel. I need to get out from my California bubble and start traveling a lot more now that we have members on close to most of the continents, if I'm not mistaken.
I was too. Are you confused by? Are you confused by all the AI hype? I was too. Until I found.
Erica's in TikTok. Good to see you, Erica. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Happy Sunday. We're just having a late night work session.
Are you confused by all the AI hype? I was too. Until I found.
Good to see you, Erica. Hope you're having lots of blessings. Sending you lots of love. I need another album for you to drop. I'm so jealous of what you dropped for Coach Jaja. Your albums are amazing. Winston's like, I can't believe you edit your own videos. Yeah, there's when you start doing a lot of editing. I'm also talking on TikTok. When I hired a video editor, and it took me 8 months to finally fire him because he was useless. It was so sad because when you hire, there's a whole phrase of like hire slow, fire fast is the phrase. And it's like, yeah. So for me, it's like but I've been editing for like close to 3 decades or 2 decades as far as like this type of stuff. Like, so I'm really good, especially right now. I'm just editing. It's nothing fancy. It's just an ad campaign. Why do you do so many? I thought they were all AI. But that's everything. Cause I know. Please forgive me. Unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion. I don't promote AI content. As much as I am the AI guy and all AI in the industry niche, I don't create AI content. Because at least for content for businesses and brands, meaning I don't find content for businesses or brands converts, like actually builds what you're trying to do, which is a brand. A brand takes like 5 years to build. Like that, I'm in year one of building a brand, and it has to all come towards raw, like, because what happens is you'll find people like they connect on your mannerisms, they connect on your hobbies, they connect on your interests, they connect on the weird things that are things that AI can't replicate, which is the human stuff. Like my evil laugh is a weird type of thing that people are like, I love your laugh, and it's like, I have an evil laugh. But yeah, it's to me, I've only published 2 AI generated pieces of content out of all the 1,200 videos that I've ever published. Because I'm thinking 5 years, Gary V status. I'm trying to build a personal brand that I can leverage into other things later on. Brand equity, as they say. Yep. Winston's like, yep, that laugh is a great draw. It's like, but at the same time, it's like, that's even this ad right now that I'm creating right now. Let's just check this out. It's already, I can already see things. I just want to run this and then move this over. I just want to run this TikTok ad to a funnel soon. That's my goal for tonight.
Are you confused by all?
Ooh, that's way off. But that's where AI, I don't know why I'm so debating taking down this one video that says all AI graphic designers just lost their job in a week to do the AI. It gets so much views and traffic, but it triggers all the graphic illustrators, which they just come with the hate, and I'm like, I could care less. I'm like, adapt or die. It's like same thing.
Confused by all the AI hype. I was too, until I found a way to turn it into leads, content, and sales. And I'll show you exactly how in just 3 days. I'm running a free 3-day AI for Business challenge.
It just needs to be moved a little bit over. I kind of dropped off the AI updates with like Anthropic doing an update, and then Google VO3 doing an update, because for me, you have to be honest, and I'm sure everyone else has this sentiment. I'm tired of AI updates. I'm tired of shiny object of the week. Like my core 12 AI tools that I teach to my community, that's all they need to make money online. Nothing more, nothing less, just the core 12 AI tools to make money online. No more shiny objects, no more like 250. How much is Google 3? It was like 250 bucks. A VO3 for 250 bucks a month is not going to drastically change your business. There's so much other things, like exactly what I'm doing right now, running ad campaigns. How do you run an ad campaign to a lead magnet, to a irresistible offer, to build an email list, to build and sell? VO3 is not going to help you get more leads and get more sales. So I have to be very conscious about my members, in the sense that I have to not promote shiny object of the week and actually say, look, These are the 12 AI tools that I've vetted that I can show that it would actually make you more money online. That's what we're all trying to do. Like, I thought you like playing with video. I played with it. I had to cancel Hedra. I still have HeyGen because I do foresee HeyGen creating AI content. I just haven't figured out the B-roll workflow yet. Once the B-roll workflow is worked out, then I'm for sure having my HeyGen V4. The HeyGen V4 is by far the best, by far most realistic enough to like do short form content at scale. For sure, I'm utilizing that soon, but I need to automate the B-roll, which is a very hard challenge. But also, you have to think of the other side. What's the point of automating and scaling short form content if you, because we just did a course last Saturday of how to create viral videos for your video, for your like 30 videos, how to create a 30-day content calendar full of viral videos. We did that in 2 hours for Saturday's workshop. That doesn't need AI. That doesn't need to scale. It's more quality, and I've already proven it. Like my first 3.3 million view video, short form video, was done using that strategy. So that shifted my perspective and also gets me ranked at the top of Google search results, at the top of TikTok results for keywords. I was like, oh, I know how to hack the algorithm. I know how to get viral videos. I know how to rank on Google top page and rank on TikTok videos for keywords, rank at the top page. I figured that out, and that's why I talked to my members on Saturday's workshop. So if you're in the community, please watch that. It's the first course inside the social media content course. I show you actually how to hack content, and I've proven it to get millions of views without having to do AI, without having to pump out 10 videos a day. It's now more quality over quantity. And I've proven that. I figured out how both algorithms work. So if you're in the community, definitely watch that course. It's the first lesson inside the social media marketing course. It only takes 90 minutes to actually build out your 30-day calendar. After that, your videos, I guarantee, will go viral, quote unquote. They'll get 500,000 views, or if not more, if you follow that structure. I guarantee that. Like, so that's where I'm like, that's where this week I'm more going quality over quantity. I don't have to do 10 videos a day or 6 videos a day, three videos a day. Once I figured out that strategy, I could just pump out one video a day that I know is already proven to get millions of views. And once it's properly tagged, once it's properly replicated, once it's like, that's the easy way. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 7 days for my content strategy. Is like, I'm working smarter, not harder. I don't need to pump out volume. I just need now pump them into quality. So that's the fun part. Let's check out this.
Are you confused by all the AI hype? I was too, until I found a way to turn it into leads, content, and sales. And I'll show you exactly how in just 3 days. I'm running a free 3-day AI for Business challenge where I walk you through the exact tools and system I use to grow faster without the overwhelm, tech head.
What's up, David? Good to see you.
You'll learn how to.
Hello.
Long day.
Yeah, long day.
We're all just hanging out. Me, Sharon, and you. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, David. God,
Hello.
he's exhausted.
I
Show you
am.
the best
I
AI tools
probably
and
just gonna
templates
pop
so
on
you
for
can
a
get
little
the
bit
same
and chill.
results.
I don't know.
We
if
go
I'm
live
doing
this
too much
Wednesday,
work,
and it's
but
designed for
figured I'd chill.
entrepreneurs
If
already
anybody's
making
got tech
$5,000
questions,
per
I'll
month
answer.
looking to scale. Click the link
Chill for
below
a
and
little
save your
bit,
spot, and I'll show you exactly
log
how to
off.
take advantage of AI.
Yeah, I've been up since I'm on East Coast, so I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning. My wife wasn't feeling great, so I had to get up and take the kids to church. Only got 4 hours of sleep last night, and so then took a nap this afternoon. But then we had an ice cream social
Are you
at church
confused by all the AI hype? I was too,
tonight.
until I found a.
So, anyways, just long day. And then my
Okay.
allergies are messing up a little bit, so it is what it is. But I figured I like these kind of things. If you could come chill, maybe I'll end up feeling like working a little bit, work for about an hour, and then try to see where it goes. Because because they
See,
usually work best at night.
absolutely, I do. I definitely do. But yeah, absolutely, play it by ear, see how it goes.
Yeah, there's no pressure. We're all doing the same. We're like,
And
oh
I
wait.
was expecting Jonathan to come home. So I was about to go to bed. I was about to lay down and be like, I'm just gonna get a long night's rest. Usually I only get like 6 hours because I end up going to bed really late and waking up. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just take a long night. And but then he popped on. I was like, just see what he's got going. See if it's something I want to follow. And then he was like, let's all join on working together. I was like, all right, let's see where this goes.
All right.
Sometimes you just gotta follow and see what happens.
Absolutely.
I feel like Leonidas from 300 is like, all right, troops, ready? And you're like, bro, it's Sunday at 8 p.m., but sure, I'll do something towards my goals.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes to midnight over here.
So just do a little something. A little something to move the needle in your business. That's all that matters. It will all compound. It will all grow.
But yeah, the other David ends up getting on here. My thought was, man, I might end up working on our partnership project. It's like, that would be good. Because then as I'm doing something, if I got a question, I can be like, hey, what do you think of this?
That's usually it. That's usually how it is.
So I will say again, thank you for connecting me with him. He likes what I've done so far. He was very impressed with what I built out so far for him. So we've got some really cool ideas for this project that I've been working on so far. So he's excited.
David, there's so many people that have been waiting for someone like you with your expertise to join the community. Like, trust. Like, Tom was one, David's another. And we've been missing that expertise, that skill set to help certain members build the apps that they need because they have the idea, they're willing to invest, but they just don't have the skills, and that's where you come in.
Well, like, I take it to the next level and I save people money. Like, I won't get into something that would, like, ruin his business. But, like, one of the things was people would assume with a piece of his business, he would have to use a third-party piece of software for people to, like, record themselves for video or do, like, real-time video and use a third-party service. I found out that with newer browsers, you can integrate it. Browsers themselves can do that. You don't have to use a third-party service. You can actually embed it. JavaScript will do it embedded in the browser.
That's wild.
So I was like, talk about saving money and not having to pay like a third-party service.
Trust, there's so many people that need your expertise. It was meant to be.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm so glad. Like what you're saying, I'm so glad that I started like answering, just simply answering questions in your chat. And you're like, come on here and start answering questions, or like, hey, can I come on and answer some questions? And then just started going.
Yeah, that's how I got all my members. I was like, just show up and serve. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's secret.
And that's how I've gotten, like, I'll tell anybody, that's how I got where I did in my career and, like, how I got all the knowledge I have. I mean, back when I started, none of this stuff existed. I went to like, I grew up in a small town, too. So, like, none of this stuff existed. I went to Barnes & Nobles and bought the book called HTML Complete, which was over 1,000 pages long. That's where I started at 15 years old. That was my first book. And I just started soaking this stuff in. And it's like Wasabi. I was like, man, Amazon's $30 per terabyte. There's got to be a different service. There's got to be something cheaper. I was like, Cloudways, Hostinger, all this stuff. Like, it's not that expensive. There's got to be something cheaper. I was like, what's the cheapest we can get this, but still reliable? Like, let's keep breaking down these prices. Until you get an established business that can afford to go to like Amazon and stuff, then that's when you get into using the bigger players that you want the reliability and all the different features to have.
I'm such a nerd. That's all I did today was just hang out. That's the highlight of my day is just hanging out at Barnes and Noble, finding out new books. And I'm like, I could turn this into a program, into an app. And then I was like, I could just host it in community. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my wife and my youngest love going to Barnes and Nobles. They could live there.
So fun. Cause you just go in with like no agenda, and you're just like, what can I learn? What is it? And you find some books that pop out, and then you're like, oh, I didn't think about this.
I don't enjoy it as much as I used to because nowadays, technology wise, by the time the book gets on the shelf, the stuff's 6 months to a year old. So, like, I mean, unless you just really just want, I'm gonna call it a book for, good old sake of just having a book in your hand, because you might as well just go to YouTube and stuff. Technology wise, I mean, there's purposes. I'm sure in like college and stuff, there's purposes to have the tech books. Well, I mean, there's other books like business books and stuff that there's good knowledge. That there's a lot of stuff there that's definitely good reads.
Once you find out about Ocean of PDF, and I was like, done. Copy paste, save.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my problem right now, like I had posted, my Google feed has just so much stuff coming through it every day. I just don't even have enough time to read it all. I read the title and read the first like paragraph, and unless it's got something that's valuable, I just move on.
Yep, everyone's the same. Monica was asking for like AI newsletters. I was like, I have 4 AI newsletters I subscribe to, but I archive them. I'll maybe look at them once every 2 weeks. I don't have time.
Absolutely. And it's the same for the tech stuff. And that's the problem with like mine. Most of mine is like the tech stuff too. Like, and that's what I've told a couple people in the community, like what you're saying. My job in the community, I feel, is you're bringing people in the community to help people learn how to use AI to establish their businesses on automating them through AI. I feel like my job is to be the guy building the platforms and the infrastructure under the software so that they can scale as they grow those businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just the level beneath, helping make sure that all y'all have what y'all need as y'all get bigger and bigger clients. And building platforms that might be more stable, like what I'm trying to do with what I'm building. Or like building stuff like what Christian's building. Because I've got some cool stuff I'm messing around with for myself.
Nice.
Too many things in too many places.
Yeah, just narrowing down, being specific about what you want, what you're doing, more or less.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem. I just gotta keep dumping my ideas and focus on one thing at a time. I've had to learn that over the years.
Yeah, we want to play with all the automation tools, but being focused for that, who's that specific ideal avatar that we're serving? Oops. There we go. Who's that specific avatar? What specific problem are we solving for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's like I'm helping people build their businesses, and then I'm helping build, the other day that his platform. But then I want to build a platform to help build platforms like that faster, because I have so many ideas I want to build. Like I've mentioned before, the companion, consulting app, not consulting, the companion counselor app, because I can't call it therapy, but the counselor kind of app. And then like a year or two ago, me and my wife were trying to build this creators community, and I was showing David that, and he's like, if you ever get this going, you will like blow the industry out of the water too. and just like I have so many ideas on so many different things, but the problem is having time and teams of people to build them out. I just don't have enough time myself. So got to get one thing built, focused on consulting, focused on helping other people build theirs, so then I can get teams of people to help me, then build mine and help also teams of people help build theirs. So
Yeah, there's a lot.
all grow together.
There's a lot of people that need help with. They already have some apps and struggling to grow and scale. I think Natalie also should have reached out to you in the community.
I don't think I've heard anything yet. Let me see.
She's doing the
Yeah, I have. We have a consultation Tuesday.
nice.
Yeah, she was talking about referring and clients and different things. But yeah,
Perfect.
So she said we're going to do a consultation Tuesday.
Perfect.
And then I've got one or two other people that have reached out about wanting to do consultations, but we haven't set up the date quite yet. They're like, okay, let's figure out a date, and so we're working on a date. And then I've got to go back to that call earlier this week. I think it was Wednesday. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. Anyways, I got to go back to the Zooms from earlier this week and watch them. There was like 3 different people that said that they wanted that I needed to help them with like Lovable or something, and they haven't messaged me yet. So I wanted to reach out back to them and be like, hey, I know in the Zoom you said you had some Lovable issues. Just wanted to reach out and see if you wanted to set up something.
Nice.
But I'm still trying to get my booking. I finally figured out the flow. I just been trying to fix some stuff to get it fixed. So, because I found the flow I was going to work with wasn't going to quite work. So, anyways, making it a bit more complicated than it needs to be. But, anyways, I'm simplifying it.
Nice. Yeah, just keep it simple.
Well, our biggest problem is we ended up using this application called Family Wall to do all our calendar stuff for me and my wife and kids. And we had done it so my parents could see it too. And then my parents ended up just wanting to write it on a regular paper calendar. So they ended up never getting on it. So we're like, we don't really need this app. So I've talked to my wife, and I just need to take the time and move everything off of that app because it has a way you can export it, but it has no API. So I'm going to export all the dates off that calendar, that app, all the dates, and put them on Google, and then we're going to just connect me and my wife and kids' calendars together on Google. That way, then I can do all my business consultation bookings through Google. Because you showed how to do that. So then that way everything is integrated between my family appointments and my business. So.
Nice. Keep it simple.
Yeah. So, yeah. Deep funnel optimization. That was interesting.
Yeah, learning more about Google or TikTok ads. If I could boost a TikTok ads tonight and then even boost a Instagram ads tonight, I would be happy. But they have different setups. So it's the first time me trying to figure out how they're all set up.
Yeah, and all these things always have so many different settings. Yeah, select additional events. bid?
No, I just set a budget just to run it for like a week just to see what comes back. Cause even smart ads versus regular ads is weird. Cause I'm like, I just need a form. Hopefully it's not like Google Ads. You need a whole degree to go into Google Ads to do theirs thing, which is all fun.
This looks more complicated to me than Google Ads, in my opinion.
This is weird because it's not what I did last time.
Oh gosh, yeah. This looks like it's got so many more options. I mean, I'm sure Google Ads
I
has a lot
wonder.
more. But like, I guess I pick a more like standard flow when I've done Google Ads, or maybe they've changed it since I've done it. It's been a couple years. Maybe they've got a lot more options now.
Even if I do lead gen manual, 3-day challenge campaign. Now they're saying at least $50 a day. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, my budget could be between $50 and $10 million a day. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
so flexible. How kind of them. But then if I go smart campaign, I could go cheaper. Placement, I don't like the smart stuff. Oh, wait.
So yeah, it must be that the smart has more optimization. That's why they can get it to you cheaper.
Here we go. Hopefully. Let's try it. Okay, let's try this. I'll just do this. 5-25/2025 3-day challenge. V1. No special category. Lead gen. Smart campaign. Instant forms. No, I don't like whole US. There's only 3 states that have money. California, Texas, New York, state, and then Florida. Give me those. Minimum age is kind of can't target. Can't be super specific, which is annoying, but sure. Sure, do 30. They'll go up and down. Cool. Just run continuously. Target CPA, that's fine. Identity. Oh, do your brand versus ghosting. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do my brand, because they'll check me out. Do an instant form. I'll create my own. And questions, I don't want name, I just want email. Okay. To sign up. Okay. See if I could just send them to my page. We sent you the invite. Follow our page for more AI secrets. Sure. Oh, let's give you an image.
Yeah, I mean, that seems simple.
Give me a 16 by 9 one. Hmm.
So do you want AI there to be the I to be lowercase or uppercase?
That's the thing, yeah. Just make it a uppercase.
Yeah, usually it's uppercase. I didn't know if you meant to do that or not.
Sometimes they do that, but no, just Grammarly rules my life. Get a logo.
It's all good. not done these a couple times in the past before, or tried to?
First time running a 3 day challenge. First time running TikTok ads.
Oh, and I was saying the working all together on Zoom.
Yeah, we used to have late night sessions when we first started the AI community. Me, Sharon, Tom, Dennis. Um, you haven't met Tom. Tom does business acquisitions. Dennis used to be our resident AI software developer guy, but he just didn't renew. And so, but we would do these late night sessions where basically we would just kind of work on the business late at night, and then because we all be were basically be working late anyways.
Gotcha.
That's where this whole trend started. I just can't do them consistently because you just never know. It's like what days to work late type of thing.
No, yeah, I mean, you can't really set them up because you don't know what your next day is going to be like. If you got to get up early and take care of business before you do all your other stuff, or if you have client calls, or
Every next day is a little bit a little bit different.
absolutely. That's why, like, my consultation hours for people are going to be really weird, which at the same time, it's going to open up avenues for different kinds of people, though, as well. Like, I'm going to do like noon to almost like 10 o'clock. Like, I won't do any, like, I'll start a meeting at 10, but I won't do any meetings starting after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that
Mhm.
way, if people want, like, if they work a day job, 9 to 5, and they come home and they have like supper with their family, but they're like trying to, like, they have a small side business and they're trying to scale it with AI, or they have something wrong with their Lovable, that still gives them a way to connect to someone that can help them after they take care of, their daytime job and then their family, and connect at later hours. And that works better within like my schedule too. So it like gets me the normal people that work 8 to 5 in the afternoon, and then also I can do like the later night ones for people that it works better. Or if people, their days full because of their normal day stuff with their business, I can do later night shifts for people if that works better within their schedule.
Yep, it's just made them on their schedule.
Are you
Video. Video.
What's up, Richard, on the live stream? Good to see you, Richard. Just kind of building a TikTok ad funnel. Happy Sunday. It's that late night work hour. All right, let's publish it. Cool. Publishing another version 2 of this, which is good. So creating the ad. Monica, good to see you too. Richard in the community is an ad expert. Definitely got to hit him up. All right. So my second TikTok ad is now live. Now let's see. Can I just boost? But this one I want to send them to a page that doesn't exist. So let's build that page really quick. Yeah, let's build a page. What's up, Monica? Invite you on. Also, Richard, too. Invite. We're just all kind of hanging out. You guys can see Sharon and David are on the live stream. Just kind of hanging out. Okay, so I need to... TikTok is done. So when you add a ad campaign, always good to document. Welcome, Dre, to the chat.
How you doing?
Good to see ya. How's the night going?
Good.
What are you working on?
Well, I had sent you a message, but you can answer it either later on or right now. I was just asking because I was going on the platform and going to all of the ones that you told me to go to, but I just had a quick question about a ClickUp.
Oh, go for it.
Just wanted to get your expertise on when I purchased the actual subscription.
I see your question right now. So finish the ClickUp training. You have Loom, but you'll cancel that, and it's good to get Slack.
Yep.
Don't need that. Question is, what password protection platform do you recommend? Last question is, do you, when you get the subscription for ClickUp, do you recommend pursuing? Oh, great questions. Cool. So with ClickUp, ClickUp has video recording built into it. So it takes care of Loom, and then it has built-in chat, so you don't need Slack. All for the same price, which is dope. And then lastly, you don't need the AI autopilot. Notion and ClickUp, you technically don't need the AI upgrade. You'll function just fine without it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go through that. And then now with the ClickUp section in Notion, is that the actual course, or is that just some stuff to get us set up to get our ClickUp to get started with?
It's structured just to get started with, so it's just a quick start guide. We
Okay.
had some members that were like,
Okay.
hey, we need a quick course, and I used to sell ClickUp templates, so I needed to onboard people quickly into ClickUp. So but it's structured in a way from beginner or from a top down, all the features that you need to know about to get a ClickUp account set up, pretty much.
How to get it on?
Yeah, it's gonna have everything that you need to start,
Okay.
how to get up, set up, and stuff like that. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to send me a DM, because I'm right now working with a social media marketing agency, moving them from Asana to ClickUp, and they're like, oh my god, it does so much.
Nah, it's dope because I went on YouTube and I saw a lady. She was saying everything you just said. She was saying that you can get rid of all of these other platforms like Loom. She was saying get rid of Slack. and she was like, if you're like on a budget, just go with ClickUp. ClickUp will be able to do everything all at once. So it's pretty cool. So I appreciate that recommendation for sure.
Yeah, it's like we went through a whole debate of like what other options, what they wanted to do. I was like, ClickUp's gonna win hands down across everything. It'll consolidate all the apps, and then it's you're set up for the next phase, which is like automation stuff. Because plugging that to a webhook workflow to like Zapier or like Make.com, then you can start automating some really powerful things.
So, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you for sure.
No trust. I'm like this one contract with the social media marketing agency. They're like, we want to do all these cool things with AI, and I was like looking at their text. I was like, we gotta get you off of Asana. And now they're like, oh my god, we could do so much now with just ClickUp, and it's like you could go deep with it. Very powerful, very very powerful tool.
Now, I love what you said in that one, in that training. You were saying like you could make that just a business within your own, like make that be like one of your consultant businesses where you can just charge people. Because I went on YouTube and there's a lot of people creating courses and they're charging $1,500 to $1,000 just to teach on ClickUp. So
Can you see my screen?
definitely, you have to see it. Yep.
So this is Leila or something like that. Layla. She teaches how to automate and streamline businesses using ClickUp. And she has a six. If you go to her page, she has a $6,000 corporate training program just to train the employees how to use AI. Then a $1,400 ClickUp course and community. I don't think it's a community per se. I think it's just a course, pretty much. That's a $1,400 one. And then she does consulting, very very high ticket. But she'll go in because what ClickUp solves is that anytime you get into a team format, now you have to delegate work across teams. There's no other tools. If they're using any other tool, they're dropping the ball. They have multiple apps, huge subscription. They're unable to streamline their workflow and get into like semi-automation. And ClickUp is hands down the best one to like streamline workflow across teams, across departments. We had another young lady in our community. I forgot her name. She works at a $1 million manufacturing plant. Everything is pen and paper. Sales reps don't know when things are due. Everything's manually. So she's going to become a ClickUp consultant, use them as her first client, and then go and consult as for ClickUp for other small businesses and charge lots and lots of money for it.
It's amazing.
That is crazy that a manufacturing place is still using pen and paper.
Pen and paper.
It is crazy.
No inventory tracking. It's a family run business, and they're like old school because like a lot of like those type almost organizations, they've always just done things the same way. They haven't really done anything new, or like no one's going to come in and like innovate. Everyone just comes in and does the bare minimum for their job. But then because we all do. So she's going to blow them away as far as automating their whole back end operations. It will at least like add another 40% of revenue once they streamline that. And then we have Dr. T in the community, works with a company that they do have over 1,000, I think it's 100 clients, 100 different clients, different projects, different workflows. And 40% of their job is just spent on clients following up, going, when are the projects going to get due? And so all their time is just chasing down deliverables, no centralized anything. So he's going to be moving everyone into ClickUp and then become an expert in that too. So it's like, just ClickUp alone is just as powerful enough.
That is awesome. Oh, by the way, I posted this in the community. I'm guessing you saw it. If you have not signed up with Notion before, if you're not a paid member, if I read it right, you can be a free member. But if you've not been a paid member before, you can get 3 months, possibly 6 months free of Notion. I posted a link about it in a discussion in the community. LinkedIn was blasting me with this ad like every time I logged on. And so I clicked it. And so it's a startup thing. You got to qualify. I don't know what other qualifications are, but the main qualification was you can't be a previous paid Notion user. That was the only one that I could read on the page. I don't know if there's other ones after you go through the process. And you can't be a business with over 100 users, which I figure none of us are there, even close to there yet. So that's why I didn't mention that one. But I know a lot of people probably already have Notion, but people that are coming on probably don't. Or if you're planning on getting it, you might want to look at the startup program on Notion, because you could get 3 months and possibly 6 months free.
Dave, I'm gonna ask you because I saw that. Because Jonathan did you did that on Saturday, right?
We did. We did the content. Although we did the content, the first 30 minutes was all spent towards people realizing, oh, I need to sign up for Notion. Two, oh, I can't do this with the free account. And the people are like, oh, I need to take Notion seriously because you guys are going all in. Because I was like, here's the template. And they're like, I don't have a paid plan. I'm on the free plan. And I was like, oh, trust. It's the first course I kind of make everyone take, because I'm like, you need to have Notion before you could touch anything else, per se.
I've been able to do the templates on the free plan, but I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something different.
Yeah, it's super weird. Even how I set up the template, people were getting different versions of it, and I was like, oh, it's so weird. But
no, I mean, I came on late, and I think I came on right when that was happening, and I was watching it. I was like, there is some kind of like non-sync process going on here with Notion where things are not syncing up between like what you're sending and what they're seeing. And I was like trying to think in my head what was not syncing up and what could be the problem. And I just could not think of what the issue could be. I'm familiar enough with Notion to know what the problem could have been. But I was like, that is just strange. But yeah, there was some kind of unsync process going on there.
So then, can I ask you a question with that? Do you have to have a website? Because when I was signing up for it, and it said you had to have a website to get the business plan.
try your social pages, whichever one's your major social pages. Try that. See if that works.
Oh, like my social media.
Yeah, try that. If not, I mean, you'll eventually get a website domain kind of thing.
Okay.
I mean, worst case, I'm going to tell you the cheap way to go about it. Worst case, what you could do is you could go on Dynadot or Namecheap and get a domain for like $1, one of their sales for like $1. Just watch the resale price. Just because it's $1 today doesn't mean when it renews that it's going to be $1. So you want to look at resale value if you don't buy a .com. Not resale, I mean renewal value. But what you could do is if you think you have an idea of what your name's going to be, or even just a throwaway name just for a year, you could go buy like a .app or a not saying that one, but you get what I'm saying. You could go buy a cheap name. I think like .works on Dynadot or like $5 a year or $6 a year. You could go buy one of them and just buy a random name that might fit something you would do, at least for a year, redirect it to your social media if they require you to have a domain. And then that way you have an official domain, redirect it to your social media, and then you go around whatever they need you to do would probably work. Hopefully they'd accept that.
And what those two websites called?
I can post them in the chat.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
I've gotten jobs by faking a business domain. It's like, just go to Pork Bun, $12 a year. I'm like, done. And then you're like, oh, he has a website and a domain and a LinkedIn business account or whatever. And it's like, it must be legit. It's like, people don't check. They don't check.
Yeah, let me look at what the cheapest domain is right now that you could buy that is cheapest renewal to. Give me like 1 second. I'll download the CSV and sort it and tell you. I personally am a fan of Dynadot. It's not as known as well as Namecheap. Um, I don't remember why, but there was some features it had over Namecheap that I personally liked it. I've been on them for 3 to 5 years. And then my other domainer guy that buys and sells domains use them. Before that, I'll preface this with, I was a huge GoDaddy domain guy, domain only. I did not like any of their other services. All their other services stunk. But domain wise, because of they had a yearly package thing that you could buy, and I got in it 15, at this point, 20 years ago when they created it. I was grandfathered in. But 5 years ago, they decided to not grandfather me in it anymore and raise it me and make me pay the full price.
How dare
And
they?
I said, nope, I am leaving. So I was paying. So GoDaddy had this thing where you could pay. I was paying at the time $75 a year to get all my domains 50% off. I could get any domain they had at 50% or more off. I had their domain club thing, and I paid $75 a year for it. And after 15 years, they decided to go and say, no, you can't do that anymore. We're going to charge you $150. And I said, no, I've been a person of this since beta. I'm grandfathered in. And they're like, well, we're not going to let you do that anymore. So you have to pay $150. And I said, that's fine. I'm moving all 120 of my domains to someone else. You just lost my business. So you just lost $1,200 a year.
GoDaddy sucks so much. It's like, yeah,
So yeah.
they lost a good customer. They lost a lot of customers. Just,
Crazy. Thank you again. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah, let me get you. I got off on the ended there for a second. Yeah, let me download this list so I can tell you what the best price is. If you want to get like a really cheap third-party TLC, which is TLD, which is just like the other kind of extensions like .work or .app or whatever. I haven't downloaded the CSV in a while. I do it every 3 months, so it's about time for me to do it anyways. So give me a minute.
Appreciate it.
Let's see here.
so what's gonna be your focus, Dre, that you want to go into?
Well, I know for sure, number one, I'm a real estate investor. So, but then when you start talking about the actual ClickUp thing, I've been going down the rabbit hole of just trying to learn ClickUp, and then so that's thinking about creating a consulting business for that. So I definitely was thinking about that for sure because I'm looking online and there's not that many people that's really talking about ClickUp. I was just thinking about that, and then later down the line, still learns the AI aspect because I'm still a newbie to that. But I definitely want to integrate ClickUp with my real estate business. So that's something that I'm really interested in, and then eventually start getting into automations and stuff like that. So. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing the old school marketing, and then eventually I plan on getting to some digital marketing. So that's the goal.
Yeah, just serve your
Cold calling.
just serve your niche. There is like so much like just teaching them how to to use ClickUp in your I mean even just like YouTube videos. I get a ton of leads. I don't serve them anymore from YouTube videos. If you go to YouTube, if you type ClickUp CRM for real estate agents, first video, second video, third video, I'm top 3 in search results for that. It's like this goes into YouTube SEO. There's no competition for those keywords, none. So you could create videos, and they're relatively the same video. and have your link in bio, and that will feed you a ton of high quality leads, especially for new. It takes like 90 days, but over time it just starts funneling in, because there's no competition for that. And then you do for uh, in, it's like real estate investing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, real estate investors. Oh, like
Sir.
I'm the top three results because there's no competition for that. So definitely create, and it's the same template. Like you could create a template, which the template that you create for your real estate investors, even for yourself, sell that, and you could sell it for like $49, $97. First digital product that costs you nothing, and they'll watch the video and go and buy. That was my first internet money sale, was these ClickUp CRM real estate templates, and then that's where the ClickUp Notion course came from, or that whole quick start guide, because I didn't want to teach them, I didn't want to do consulting or teach them how to do it. So I was like, oh, here's a video, or here's a Notion page that has the whole SOP of how to customize it. So that's where that whole thing came from.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I definitely will look into that for sure. I appreciate you.
No, grateful you're in the community, showing up and learning. That's the whole game.
And I love what you said about just doing the lives. I think what you just said, doing the lives, it brings the certainty, because as you know, most people who join these groups, a lot of times you don't even get the person to actually teach you. It's like somebody else, right? And so for you to be here 5 days a week, it just brings the certainty that you're actually doing what you're saying. You know, so I can appreciate that for sure. You
Yeah,
know,
that's one of the biggest things of like the community, is that you'll never, no matter which ones you join, you never get access to the guy. Like
no,
it's maybe 2 days a week, if that. It's a large group. You'll funnel questions. He'll never respond in the DMs. He'll never do other stuff. They'll funnel you towards a school community and then just a pre-made course. They'll never update it. They'll never do live classes, kind of thing.
that's, and I'm part of a few school communities, so I know. And these are free communities, and I mean, they don't answer the questions.
Yeah, I try to aim. I'm in the DMs all the time with members. It's like back and forth questions, support, videos, coaching. Um, 'Cause a lot of them, they're on the same boat. A lot of them are transitioning careers, um, trying to like what are the best AI tools. Because a lot of it is mostly also just business coaching, trying to help them find the right product or service to get into their niche, kind of thing. Sweet, thank you, David.
Yeah, there you go. Those are all roughly $5. Between $3 and $5. The first price is what you pay to register it. The second price is the renewal price. So literally, like dot top. So if you buy domain dot top, it's going to cost you $2.08 right now to buy it, and then it's going to cost $4.55 to renew it. Now I'm gonna go double check the website just to make sure, but
Okay.
that should be, and that might be a sell, but I'm gonna just see if that's true, that that's a sell or not, and then see if that's gonna jump or anything, because I have ran into that before. So after I was pasting that, I was realizing that. But anyways, we need to go check that.
That's the nice thing about the size of where we are right now, with 122, give or take, entrepreneurs in the community. Someone has the answer for what you're looking for, not just me, which is so nice. It's like, oh, we're now a true mastermind, which is nice.
No, that looks like what they're really sticking with right now. It's 208 for official register price and $4.55 for a renewal for dot tops or dot top. That's crazy. And most of these kind of names are ones I've registered kind of before, and I've not seen them go like super high. I've seen them fluctuate anywhere from this low up to maybe $10. .coms roll anywhere around 10 to $15. They go more at other places, but the standard prices I've seen have usually been anywhere from $10 up to $15 on good priced websites. So, anyways.
You sell some websites? Like if you see a name that's kind of trendy, you
Yeah. Yes, I buy really good names and I sell them. I have personally have tried to buy and sell and only have done a couple. I have a domain guy that I have a guy that buys and sells domains. So most of the time, if I come up with a really good name and I find out it's available, I don't buy it. I just have him buy it, and then I have him market it and sell it, and then he just gives me a commission. And I'd have him see what he thinks. He goes through his whole check, and he says if it has value, and if it does, I just let him buy it, and then he'll go sell it, and then he'll give me a commission. But yeah.
Well, he has a whole little strategy that he does with finding out which ones to buy.
Yes, he has a whole strategy for it.
Okay, that's nice. I like that.
So I've worked with this other guy for about 10 years. Me and him worked in the same business. We worked at the same employment place, and we connected. And so we worked together. Not me and him stayed connected after that as friends / business partners, and we've tried to launch a bunch of businesses. And he's really good at SEO, and he's like Chris level SEO. So he's like Chris level SEO / marketing / like me on ideas / UI guy. Like he's really good at making UIs good and networking. So he does all that kind of stuff. And I'm like the guy that makes everything under the hood happen. So when he goes and has an idea, or I have an idea to launch something, he'll do all like the front end stuff and all the networking and all that side, and then I build the whole infrastructure underneath the website. I'm the back end guy. I can do front end, I can do some SEO, and I can do the networking and some of that, but with him particularly, I'm usually a guy when he starts getting into the heavier lifting, I come in behind and do all that. So I'm a 20-year, I don't know if you've been around, but I'm a 20-year software engineer. I've done senior applications developer. That's been my career.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I've basically built, you dream it, I've probably built it. I've worked in basically all the major industries. I've worked in real estate, I've worked in gaming, I've worked with HVAC systems, I've worked in staffing, I've worked in biopharmaceuticals, I've wrote payroll systems, CRM systems. I've wrote so many different kinds of systems. I can pretty much write anything someone can think of at this point. And then I've wrote a lot of my own kind of websites as well. So as I say that, as John kind of knows, I preface it with about 15 months ago, I was burning too many candles, I guess you could say. I was working full-time, 40, 60-hour job, trying to take care of my family, trying to start my own business, helping my wife start her business after 5 years, and just too many things going on, and the stress of it broke my brain, and basically I was just not able to program. My brain stopped programming. So it's taken me about 12 months to get to where I could even think about programming, and then I found a way with AI to kind of leverage it where I could program again. And then there's just been some things coming into 2025 that have been able to open my brain again to an extent where I can understand code but not code it myself. But as you see where AI is going, no one's coding code anymore. AI is doing all the work. So I'm more so vibe coding, but I can tell AI exactly what needs to be coded because I know how the code needs to be written. So I'm able to do stuff just as fast as I used to do it when I did code. And so I still can, my brain's opening up, and like people like Jonathan and other things that have kind of happened in the last couple months, I've had people help open up my brain because I'm working it more to be able to start trying to do clients and be able to work again. So I kind of feel like I'm getting back where I was 2 years ago. I was telling my wife that a couple days ago. I feel like I'm almost getting back to where I can kind of process things, and I'm having a lot more good days than bad days. So I'm taking on clients, and through Jonathan sending some stuff my way, I've partnered with someone in the business to help them build a project. Taking on some clients from the community to help people fix lovable issues and build platforms and different things using AI. So I want to kind of be a guy to help people build out their infrastructure.
Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you. That's really cool that you got seem like you got your groove back, man. And that's what's cool about like what Jonathan says with the community. It's like he doesn't have to be the head. It's like it's all a community, and if we all bring our heads together, I always call it like the potluck effect, right? I bring the bread, somebody bring the cheese, somebody bring the lunch meat, and we all just have a nice little picnic, right? And so
Yep.
I think that's dope, man. Man.
Absolutely. And I mean, ultimately, my goal is I'm not even telling AI what to prompt, or I'm not going into people's AIs myself and fixing them. I'm having people do it for me in the sense of I've hired people that know how to do it at the level, or at least close to the level I am, or that are very specific on that platform, like Lovable. I have someone that's very good at doing prompts on Lovable. I have an expert that's very good on Bolt. I have an expert that's very good on Canva. And I have experts that I divvy out tasks to. But I'm the guy when they get stuck, or I'm the guy when, they can't carry the load. I come behind them and make sure it gets done. So I'm just the next tier above that makes sure that as the workload continues to build and we take on more clients and more work, that I can continue to hire people to do the work that stays the quality that I would do, but at the same time I can scale.
Yep. Well, I'm so happy we're finally at that stage where now we have such a brain power of like community experts that have such a wealth of knowledge and expertise that now that's what I was like talking like that's what next week's sessions are going to change. Instead of me just answering questions, I'm just going to facilitate the next office hour sessions and just let you guys share, because that's where now the growth is going to really grow. It's like there's so many other members that have so much great ideas to help each other.
Yeah, because so many times people just jump in and help you with stuff, Jonathan, at this point. I mean, even on your lives too, it's just awesome how the community just like jumps in and helps answer your questions, or, helps solve a problem. Same with the meetings internally to the community. So, yeah, I mean, I love that we're at that point. I mean, I haven't been around, just been around shortly, but just to see that happening is just amazing.
We're growing. Go for it.
Oh, sorry about that. I was going to ask David, like, what you said you did coding in real estate and CRMs. Like, what did you do as far as like in what aspect of real estate?
So I'll be very, very frank in it. It was the second job I ever did, so it's been over 15 years at this point.
Okay.
But I worked for a company that ran MLS systems for the whole East Coast. And so my job was to look at the green screen old systems that were in COBOL and help convert them to a web application system. So my boss would show me how the green screen system, the old school 1980s green system in Cobalt worked, and then say we need this to work in our new web application that we're trying to convert to.
Yep.
What about from a TRM perspective? Like what CRM? Is it like a big name company or was it a starter?
CRM wise, not for real estate, but I did work for the #1 therapist staffing company in the United States for 4 years as their sole developer. I ran their whole platform, their whole CRM, and all the software that ran it. The only part I did not run was the hardware. Literally, the IT team in the company was the CTO and me, and we grew the company 300% year over year. I rebuilt the whole platform from the ground up because the platform, basically what happens, they were hiring someone, the company had 22 sister companies, and they had a nursing division and a therapy division. And at the time, the therapy division CRM was like Salesforce or something of that nature. So it was one of these pre-built ones, and it just was not doing what they needed. But their nursing division had this custom in-house system they had been spending years building in-house. So they were hiring someone to come in to convert the nursing system to therapy. The problem was there was a lot of things under the hood that developers had not told them that needed to be completely restructured, and the system was crashing quite often, but the developers were not telling them that they were crashing. There would be glitches several times during the day, and the developers would just reset the system and not tell them that it was crashing and just say that it was a glitch. So there was a lot of stuff they were not telling them, and I did not, of course, not know that coming into it. But over time, I found this out. So I basically gutted the system after I found this out, after studying it after a couple weeks. I gutted the system, over a 6-month period. I gutted the system, converted it to therapy, and we launched it in 6 months. And then at the same time, we found out that their payroll system was absolutely monstrous and atrocious. And so I had to rewrite their whole payroll system for therapists. And let's just say therapists and nurses are paid about 35 different ways. So that was definitely very challenging. But I basically wrote the whole matching system for therapists and nurses because I wrote it for therapists, but it would work for nurses as well because they're very similar. So when a person would come on the platform, they would know who to call because it would immediately match jobs to people that needed the jobs according to their credentials, according to the location that people wanted to go, like all these kinds of things. So like, for example, as a real estate person, if there was a person looking for a certain price range with these features in a house and in these general locations, if there was a way with AI, you could almost go, if the potential to LiDAR or something every house, not saying this is possible, but it'd be cool if you could actually get the floor plans of every house the person was interested in, or even every house in the market. Because what you could actually do is go and someone could say, I like this size kitchen with these features and this stuff. And you could actually go without even someone walking through the house and like give them options without even needing to give them tour. Like there's so many, this is the kind of stuff I do. This is the brainstorming stuff I sit down with people for. Like this is the next level stuff that AI could do if you just had this like one extra step that could be done. Is if tours of like 3D models of houses could be put into AI, and then people say, I want a big kitchen with a bar in the middle and this and that and this. they don't even need to tour the houses because AI could technically go through them all and find the ones that match this particular features they're looking for and be like, these houses particularly match with these bathrooms and these features and this setup. And then you know exactly the houses. So, like, you'd be 1,000 times ahead of everybody else.
I like that. I like that. Mine is a little bit different. I really reach out to homeowners who are going through some type of distress or looking to downsize. But I
Okay.
definitely, I mean, yeah, you're thinking of more of a like realtor. Mine is more just kind of like sell your house fast, stuff like that. So
No, I
kind of
got
like
it.
the concept. Yeah.
No, I know about that side too. I got you. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But no, but what you said is correct though.
Yeah. And so there has to be, see, there has to be something in that. See, in my mind would go, what is the thing in that market that could make your, not just first automate your process, like what you're wanting to do, but then like the next level is, what's the thing that would make people go with you because you could look at the evaluation of their house and maybe give them that extra 3 or 5 grand because of the right streamline a process that you could cut out one piece or like shave down this thing or connect it with this person or this seller or like this part or this thing, and it gives you the edge that everybody else doesn't have.
Right.
And you like have the software that gives you the flow that does that, so it makes you less expensive as well because you have the AI behind it. Anyway, sorry, I'll let you talk.
No. Go ahead. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you good. I'm a talker. I will not be. If Jonathan probably knows from the lives, when I get going, I don't shut up. So yeah, go. I was basically done. Yeah, go on. I want to hear more about what your business is and how we can help you.
What I was thinking about is, for me, my target audience is more of like boomers, and then I'm thinking about like from their kids' perspective, like let's say you have a kid who went to school in New York, their parents is 75, 80 years old, and how do I market to their kids when their mother is getting ready to get transitioned into a rest home, and how do I make it easier for that kid who works a full-time job, doesn't really want to constantly travel back and forth to pack their mother's belongings, and I can market to where I can be able to assist them with packing up their mother's belongings, putting it in some type of storage facility, and like sell that as that. That's kind of like that's gonna be like the benefits of one with me, right? But you're gonna give up a little bit of equity and stuff like that. So I'm selling the benefits of you not having to constantly go back and forth, to pack your mother's belongings and all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying?
No, I totally get you. You found your value right there. That's why I was wanting to, as I said, be quiet and listen because you know your industry. I don't. I know some industries, but I'm not as familiar with yours. That's why I was like, I want you to talk about yours so I can listen. So yeah, you're exactly right. It's about finding a way to find those people and then also streamline that business and gain their trust and show that you can be trusted through that process.
Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about what Jonathan was saying this Saturday. It's just creating content about making things, creating content about the efficiency of being able to downsize, or let's say that the homeowner doesn't have kids, but just kind of talk about downsizing your property if you have a 2-story house, right? Just kind of talk about those pain points, and then from those pain points, then that's when people want to start asking questions and stuff like that, and just kind of talk about, what's going on in the market as far as, the boomer generation um, is the generation that owns, majority of the wealth and majority of the properties, and how, with everything that's going on, how do you transition, owning all of these properties, like what's the game plan? Because most of these younger generation, they don't want to own properties. They don't really care about their parents having multiple properties. They kind of want to live their, nomad lifestyle, right? And so that's kind of the marketing that I kind of want to um, put out into the marketplace.
Yeah, it's just running
That's my
ads.
thinking.
Just running ads for that. A lot of it is like how to use your parents' property, investment property, to live a nomad life, they want what's called a lifestyle life, where it's like
Lifestyle, exactly,
that's the biggest thing being sold
exactly.
right now. So it's like, yeah, it
Hmm.
touches their point, but then it's like, because they don't want them at, and then you start off the presentation. It's like, look, are you about to inherit a property that you don't want to manage, that you don't care about, and then it's like, look, here's how you can, whatever, cash out, switch over, move, so that, and then you're just creating a process that's all done for you. We'll take care of everything for you. Get it done, because they want it all done for them, and they want it in a timely manner, fast kind of thing. Um, and that's what's going to make set you apart from everyone else. And then hosting that, it's pretty much almost like a free masterclass. It's just a free masterclass, 1 hour training that goes into it. You could have ChatGPT. Actually, we have a perfect webinar custom GPT inside the course in the GPT section that will create that for you. And then just start running ads. It's like, um, yeah, I think of the pain point that keeps them up at night. It's like, are you about to inherit a property you don't want to manage, or something like that? Or they already inherited it and they can't manage it. Are you overwhelmed managing a property? It's a headache and time, takes you away from friends, family, work.
Yeah, and I just thought of like this might take a couple extra, maybe an extra 5 or 10 minutes, but like a huge value. Because I just know this is something personally, a huge value you could add to it. I'd have to think through the process a little more. But like a huge value is before you start packing everything up for them, do like a 5 or 10 minute video walkthrough. So then before you start packing anything up. So then they can see what furniture is where, what is what, so that before you pack it up and put it in storage, then they don't have an idea of what was there or what, you know what I mean? Like that's a way of over time, if it's just packed up in storage, they're going to forget what they had, and they're going to forget what room it was in. Like they might look back at their parents' house and be like, oh, this was in this room or this is in this room. But it would be a good way of being able to be like, oh, yeah, this is like all the things that, I mean, there's almost an overwhelming thought there, but at the same time, it like lets them know these are all the different things that are, in each room, and these are the, it's almost like an inventory. You can understand that these things are marked as bedroom. Okay, I can go back to the video and look at these are the bedroom items, these are in the bedroom, and they could like understand and see everything that was packed up and where it was, and just have like a video inventory of it.
No, I like that. I like that because that right there gives them the convenience. They can see it in real time, and then they can be able to like let me know where to put it, everything as well too. So I can tell the movers like, hey, they want to keep this, and then as a courtesy, I could even tell the kids like, I'll be willing to mail this to you, you know, if this is like some valuable item and stuff like that, you know,
Oh
because I
yeah,
think
yeah. I
yeah,
didn't think about that. Like, yeah, if you do the video and give them like a couple space to answer it, they'd be like, "Oh, I want this sent to me. I don't want it in storage." Yeah.
Exactly. 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 Because the thing about it is as I'm talking to that younger generation, them they care about convenience in their time, and so for me, they don't care. Like they're willing to sell a property for a little bit less for the convenience, the headache of not having to, do all of the hop on the plane, deal with all of the responsibilities, and I'll just kind of let them know like my company will be able to help do that process, you know. But with that being said, you're just gonna have to give up a little bit of equity in your property. But the good thing about it is, like Jonathan said, you don't have to deal with, you know, all of the headaches of just, oh, but oh, do that. I'll be able to let them know that I'll be able to resolve that because pretty much what I'll do is I'll sell them on my vendor list. So pretty much I'll have a moving company. I'll have different vendors that will be able to assist them with the real estate aspect of them transitioning their family member. So nah, I like that. So last thing, Jonathan, you said go to the course and go to the Chat GPT, and then you said webinar.
Yeah, in the community, let me bring that up. Under the Chat GPT, or sorry, let's see, a couple things. Well, there's the for the webinar TypeScript. Was that what you're referring to?
Yeah, the webinar group. Yeah.
So in the custom GPT course, added one called the Perfect Webinar GPT, and it gives you the whole instructions to basically build this custom GPT that will write the whole webinar. You're like, we want to write a webinar for this. All you need is two things: this ideal client, and then what do you want to pitch at the very end of it, and it will write the whole webinar for you. You could throw it into like Gamma or like GenSpark to actually create the slides. Not gonna lie, I don't like GenSpark for slides. Unpopular opinion. Gamma is actually worth it for creating the presentations. And then you may also want to do also the Business Coach GPT. You definitely also want to do the Irresistible Offer Architect. The Offer Architect's going to help you craft what are your irresistible offers that you can say to them that they're going to be like, oh my God, this is like what I need. Yes, that's a really good one. I think I'll put this in the chat. Yeah, build those out, and those are definitely help you with at least with the webinar, the copywriting, irresistible offers. I mean, you could run. It's almost the same thing what I'm doing right now, where basically you're building a landing page for a free training, free masterclass that goes in through the whole thing, and then it could run technically evergreen. I'm doing mine still in person, just because I need to A/B test the script and stuff.
Yeah, I got GenSpark. I just signed up for it. I love GenSpark. GenSpark is the truth, man.
Beast of a tool. Beast of a tool. Sarah on TikTok is sharing to check out how Japan does moving. Very efficient, very organized, very streamlined. Make the whole process easy and stress free, kind of thing.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Yeah, she's on TikTok sharing. She says to go check it out on YouTube. They have a bunch of videos to show the whole process, and that will definitely make you stand out.
Yeah, because that's like the one thing I wish I would have done when we had to move all of our stuff in storage 15 months ago when we had to get out of our rental really fast. When all the stuff with my health happened, I wish I would have done a walkthrough. And I mean, I took a couple pictures of each room, so I kind of have like pictures. But I wish I really would have done like 5-minute walkthrough with video of the whole place we were staying, the rental, and like did a deep walkthrough of it first. And then also like what we were packing in what boxes, just so I could remember more of like what we packed up.
Nah, what you saying is right. Because I was talking to another guy. He was telling me, he was also telling me about, with the fires that happened in Los Angeles. He was like, with you being in real estate, he was like, why don't you create like a lead magnet, like gathering of all of the stuff that people should kind of gather up, like think about creating like some type of lead magnet, of telling people to like create some type of key,
Even like a
just in case a
checklist.
disaster happens, and educate homeowners as they're on their day to day routine, and just make sure that they're prepared, so that way if something does happen, they can just pack their bags, be on the go, and just bring that awareness,
Even how
and
to, yeah, how to
give
store
people some insight.
documents.
Oh,
Hmm.
for sure. Like I lit, that big fire that was in South Carolina, like a month ago. The house, my parents' house that I'm staying at, it's 5-10 miles from that fire. All they needed to do was jump across the road, and they wouldn't. There's a 2-lane road, so there's the Table Rock and the whole national forest, which is like 50,000 acres, and it consumed like 30 of the 50. And all I had to do was come out of the state park and jump across the road into the valley that my parents and probably like 2,000 other people live in. And the valley, there's no way for anybody to get in the valley to stop it. So yeah, that's a totally good idea.
Yeah, like a whole kit, a checklist, even like a link to an Amazon list to like buy like a fireproof safe or something like that, for example. Ooh, Sarah. Oh my God, you're in Paradise. Sarah sharing her husband used to live in Paradise, California, and it's all gone. Yeah, it's truly unfortunate. It's a thing. I have some friends also in Hawaii, Maui, that also lost everything, and it's like, yeah, it can happen. So, like even a kit, even a plan, even yeah, because it can happen quickly and fast. So it's good to be prepared. But
Well, I mean,
lead magnet.
yeah, I was about to say that's just general knowledge you could give them when you're buying or selling a house. Like if they're moving out of their house to go to another house, be like, hey, this is just general knowledge I give for if you're going to have a fire in your house, or just put all your general paperworks in a safe, or these are just some good things to do for if you live on 2-story, like have one of those ladder things for your kid in your bedroom, or like these are just general good things, if you can afford, or cheap ways maybe to do them that are still safe, that if you had a fire in your house, or if a big fire like that was coming, you could, you know, be prepared.
Yeah. 'Cause I think a lot of times when we market, we think what we would like, but I think when you're marketing, it's what the people would like. And it's nothing about you. So I have to keep telling myself that it's about for the people, not for what you think is good. It's what they perceive as good. So, or what they perceive as value. So, you know, think about others, not yourself. You know, so definitely a learning lesson. Definitely a learning lesson. But nah, I truly appreciate all this advice. I'm definitely going to take this and definitely create a webinar. Definitely create a lead magnet to educate people. You know.
Absolutely.
I'd create content around it, all that. That way you are positioned as the expert or thought leader in this, and they come to you as the whole guide, and it goes so that your place is the go-to knowledge source.
And that's like half the reason why I've learned all the web stuff I've learned. Like I did it for myself for stuff I wanted to build, but then like a client would ask me, "Hey, can you do this?" Like I built like not just only in my career did I build websites, but I like built websites on the side for people for years until like Wix and Square and all these came out with builders, and then I just stopped building them for people. And up till then, people would ask me like, "Can you do SEO? Can you like hook me up to Google My Business? Can you like make business cards? Can you like?" I had someone ask me to do T-shirts and hats once and signs. I was like, "Sure, let me figure out what I need to do to like, connect with another business or outsource that in a way, to make that happen for you." I was like, I want to be a one-stop shop where you come to me and I do it all. Not saying that's what you should be in a business, but that's always how I wanted to be, like the guy that would have the answer for each of the different things you wanted to do.
That's the goal.
So yeah, like for you for your business, if you could be like, do you just want to keep living your life and not want to have to deal with packing up your family stuff or however you want to present that? Well, we've got a X process. We can connect with you and meet you. You only have to meet at the place once, or maybe you can even set it up where they never even have to meet you there. I don't know how that works, if they could mail you the keys or not, if there's an issue with that. But like, it'd be cool if there would be even like a process where they don't even actually have to even come there. Like they can even per se mail you the key. Like you could show them the process of, hey, once we show you the process, the first process is once you approve the full process, the first process is you mail us the keys. We go in and we show you a full video of the whole place. You tell us what you want us to ship to you. We put it together. We make sure to connect that up and we ship that to you. We just take that out of the equity of the place. Then what we do is we bring a third party vendor that we have priority service with that comes in and packs everything up. Then we take that, we get your house all cleaned up, all set up, and we make sure it's ready to go and sell. You never have to come to the place. You never have to look at it again. You just keep living your life. You do your thing, and we will take care of the whole process from A to Z for you. And then all you have to do is we'll just write the final check. We just take our minus our equity part of the sale, and you can keep on going about your business.
I would add to that. I've in recent times I've known some people that have actually gone through that process, not in the US though. And I would say that two things were very difficult for them. One was maximizing the value and minimizing the stress. So, content around that type of uh, area, as well as maybe even a lead magnet that relates to that, could be really useful when it comes to a property, an estate. Um, the other thing I'd say was there was a lot of family conflict in relation to the property, amongst the kids. So something that's navigating or speaking to that would also be very beneficial, because they all wanted different things. So that navigation process in terms of content, lead magnet, part of the webinar, that would be also possibly very beneficial. Thank you, David, for Dynadot. Never heard of them.
Yeah, no problem. I said their prices are probably pretty comparable to Namecheap, if you looked at them too. Like I said, I'm partial to Dynadot. I don't remember why I ended up picking them over Namecheap, but my friend had used them over Namecheap and probably 20 other places that he had reviewed, and I reviewed a bunch too when I was switching. And I have not had any problems with them. I personally have not had to use their support a lot, but I mean, if you do have any problems and you try to get in contact with their support and have problems, let me know too, because I use them too. So it might be just something that I need to write up simple tutorials, but their platform's pretty easy to use. I feel it is. I mean, if it's not, feel free to ask and I can write up some stuff to help people out. So, because every person's level of understanding is different, because I work on a whole lot of different platforms. So
Awesome, thank you.
yeah, not a problem. And I follow a lot of this domain stuff. I wish I could buy and sell more domains and do that kind of stuff, but everybody has their different things that they work on.
All learning something new every day. That's the game.
Absolutely. Also, if you're doing domain stuff or you're hooking it up to something, I know this is an extra level. I do recommend it to people. It's always good to use Cloudflare for your domain between whatever, from wherever you're hosting it. It doesn't matter if it's Dynadot or any other service. But if you have it like at Dynadot or GoDaddy or Namecheap or so many other names, and you put it at Cloudflare, and then you have redirect the DNS from Cloudflare to wherever you're hosting it. Cloudflare does some, even for free, some basic DDoS and has a lot of really nice services that for free that you can use. Um, so there's a lot of different things that it uses. So I actually use it to do all my domain emails until I actually need official emails, because there's a, I guess you could say, a hack where you can actually have Cloudflare make unlimited free emails that are forwarded emails of your domain, and have them forward to another another email, and make it look like you have official emails for your website, without actually ever setting up those as actual emails. But then when you need to turn them on later, you could just delete them off Cloudflare and set them up as official emails later.
Oh, wow. Okay. I will look into that. Thank you.
Sarah on TikTok shares you could just buy domains from Cloudflare as well too. Just sharing.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, I think they recently just started selling them. Let me see what their prices are. I haven't looked at what their domain prices are, and I think they just recently. We just recently announced that. Oh, prices. They're pretty comparable. See what some of these other prices look like. Yeah, their prices are a couple cent cheaper. Not by much, but their prices are pretty much generally, Cloudflares are pretty much generally the same as Dynadot's.
Sarah shares they don't gouge you on their future year prices. The details. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here is their renewal price is basically the same as Dynadot's. I'm wondering what they're giving you with. Here's why I like Dynadot. I'm wondering what they're giving you with it though. See, Dynadot gives you a lot of free stuff with it. So, I've got to go actually look like at what all the stuff they give you. each their own. I mean, there's so many out there. There's so many services. Like I know people that are still using Yahoo.com to host their site and buy their domain, and they're paying $30 a year for their domain. I'm like, why? You know, but just going to this bad one. So when you so this is what it was. I went with Dynadot back 5 years ago because 5 years ago, if you wanted domain privacy, you know where they didn't show your street address and all that information, you had to pay extra for that on most of the registrars. Nowadays, that's like a common thing across the board. So Dynadot gave that to you for free. Dynadot also does give you emails for free. I don't know how many, but I believe they give you at least a couple free emails that you could use. And then they have this whole locking process where if you want to like move your domain to another host, you have to unlock it and it sends you a code.
Mm-hmm.
So someone can't just come into the account and like transfer it to another account. You have to like officially unlock the domain, have the code sent to an email, and officially like unlock it. So there's this like whole unlock and lock thing. Now other services might have these kind of things now too. So there was just a bunch of these kind of things that made me appreciate them more as to why I went with them. Let me see what kind of stuff Cloudflare brings. See how old Cloudflare's domain service is too. I'm just curious. Okay, so they've been doing domain registration since 2018. So they've been doing it for 6 years. So they've been around for a while. I thought that was pretty recent. Maybe it was something else. Let's see. Just like you,
Yeah,
John.
John.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say this is where I get nerdy digging into this.
So, I apologize. I didn't cut you off.
No,
Do
go
you
on.
go into VSLs? Do you recommend that?
Definitely. Video sales letter allow you, because the TikTok lives aren't really sustainable for growing a business consistently. You're going to get traffic from your organic content, and then also you definitely want to get into paid ads. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. There's two different ways. There's actually, if you go into the community, highly recommend watch this. Highly, oh my god, this is absolute gold. Go in the community and type challenges. I'll put the link in challenge. There's a post. 5-day challenge. I've posted multiple times. Give me a post. Let's see. So there's two vehicles. Some are there's 1 hour master classes, which is basically a webinar, a video sales letter. Well, there's actually a couple different definitions. There's a video sales letter, which is like a 2 to 5 minute, not even actually, it's like I'd say 1 to maybe 2 minutes max. That's going to be on your sales page. Mandatory for anything that you have a sales page where you're asking someone to buy something, for sure have a video sales letter. VSL basically says, talks about what they're going to get, who it's for, how the process works, how to get started. Then there's webinars and master classes. Those are 1 hour, usually pre-recorded. Those run evergreen, and then you're running ads to that. It's basically better than a PDF as a lead magnet. It's just a video course. Then what I'm doing is there's challenges. There's 3-day challenge, 5-day challenges. They're multi-day events, usually about an hour long. Because the customer is spending more time with you during that time, you can pitch a higher ticket product or service on the back end. Usually, 1 hour webinars, your max, if it's really good, you could sell like a $2,500 course program product on the back end of that, but that's about the max. If you have a 5-day challenge, you can sell a $5,000 to $40,000 product on the back end of a 5-day challenge or a 3-day challenge. More basically, the difference is that more time that the customer is spending with you, the more value that they're receiving, the more they deem you as the knowledge expert that can help them. You're trying to shift their beliefs during those things to basically show them that it is possible and they can do it. That's basically all you're doing. You're not teaching so much. You're more shifting a belief that they just came into the webinar thinking, I can't do it, or they have some blocker, maybe not for me, or other people can achieve that, but I can't, whatever. And all you're doing through the webinar is just instilling the belief that, oh, it is possible, that I can do this if I follow their process or buy their product or go through their service or something like that. So that's what I'm doing for what this is. Oh, where's the, let's see. Let me go. I have a great post about challenges. I think I have it as 5-day challenges. There's a, yeah, 5-day challenge. Validate challenges, then clear. Let's do this one. Nope. Man, where I gotta put in the course as far as let's go to my posts. This is I have the videos in here for a masterclass on how to structure a challenge correctly, from a digital marketer that is the GOAT. Oh yeah, I posted 174 things. Let's see if maybe we could find it. Should be right around here. Yeah, 5-day challenge GPT. This is going to give you the framework, how to structure them, how to do them. There's even a book on how to even do them rightly. Because this, what you're basically doing is you're basically creating an automated lead gen funnel so that people come in through paid ads, get warmed up through your webinar or a 3 to 5-day challenge, and then you could consistently sell every single week for sales, basically, without having to do content or do live streams.
Now, when you do those, are those challenges usually free, or are those usually like $100? How does that work?
You definitely want to do them paid. You definitely,
Okay.
because you want to not have tire kickers waste your time for 3 days. Basically, the usual premise is usually $97 for 3 or 5 days, and then $247 for an extra hour to answer questions and answers. Fundamentally, that's how you're going to distinguish people that are just, because you'll get a ton of like people just tire kickers just looking for free information, and it's like you definitely don't want those in your funnel. You want only qualified people that go through the funnel that are paying, because if they pay attention, so they're going to be much more qualified. You could do it as a tripwire, just low ticket, $27 also works as well too. Even I've seen webinars for $7, but it's basically all you're doing is verifying the tire kickers versus the people that actually have, not only have the money, but have the need to know this information, because that the pain is so significant. Nice. I'm gonna call it a night there. I think I got enough done for everything. How'd you do, Sharon? Get enough work done?
Yes, I have, and it's been great having you guys as company. Thank
Learned a lot. Learned a lot of great tips right now. That's for sure. Nice, nice. Well, happy Sunday, everyone, and hope you guys have an amazing Memorial Day tomorrow. Relax, take it easy, don't work too hard. We'll have more of these in the future.
Have a good night, everybody.
Awesome.
All right, have a good night.
Stay blessed. Bye.
Bye.
And then for everyone on, let's see, say goodbye to everyone on the live streams. Nice. That was a late night stream with AI community members while we just quietly work on our businesses. That's it. We're all just entrepreneurs trying to grow or scale our business. And so it's an amazing community where we have, I mean, what we just learned right there. Dre came on and Dre got a ton of advice for his business. So that's the main thing, is surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who have basically they're really just helping each other. Have you tried VO3? I haven't tried VO3. There's too many shiny objects. It's like I've been focusing on helping my members just make money online, basically too. It's like VO3 is like, it's nice, but who's gonna pay? I think it's like $250 for VO3. It's like, it's great, but it's too expensive too early on. There's other ways for AI tools and stuff. So highly recommend join the AI community, and I will see you guys in another live stream tomorrow. Have a great night and have a blessed Memorial Day. Bye.